The night that Niall Horan made his debut at the Laver Arena in Melbourne as part of his world tour in support of his most recent album, titled The Show, was a night that was braided with the reassuring threads of nostalgia and emphasized by his tremendous growth as a vocalist and charismatic performer. Horan demonstrated his evident progression from boy band idol to mature solo artist by selling out 2 nights at Laver Arena on Friday, May 3, and Saturday, May 4, respectively. From the point of view of a concert-goer, it was difficult to argue against the concert's simplistic production, which made limited use of television content and employed straightforward lighting, without any pyrotechnics, fireworks, or laser lights, as the majority of performances in the modern era boast. Nevertheless, keeping in mind that the primary objective of the event is to appreciate the music and the performer, it is impossible to provide any criticism regarding Horan's performance, which remained the undeniable star of the evening. The night provided a unique gift for those who were fans of Horan during his time with One Direction. He performed a performance of the song Stockholm Syndrome, which caused the audience to go into a frenzy of screaming and turned out to be one of the most electrifying moments of the evening. That was a reminder of Horan's beginnings and his enduring charm that continues to resonate with the Directioners, who filled many seats of the Laver during his 2 evenings in Melbourne. During his time in Melbourne, he was in Melbourne for 2 nights. Horan also paid tribute to his debut solo album, which was titled Flicker. The album had songs such as This Town and Paper Houses, both of which were extremely moving. These songs exemplified the singer's remarkable capacity to connect with his audience on a personal level through the use of his genuine words and melodic prowess. I found that these songs from Flicker were the most memorable moments of the evening for me. They demonstrated the gentle folk-infused side of Horan that initially drew him to his solo fanbase. On the other hand, songs from his second studio album, titled Heartbreak Weather, were peppered throughout the setlist, but they came across as less meaningful to me, despite the fact that Horan delivered them with such perfection. The emotional depth that his earlier compositions conveyed was not present in these songs, at least on a personal level, despite the fact that his vocal excellence was plainly audible for the entirety of the performances. The concert's overall production was noticeably understated, and there was a distinct absence of the wondrous visual spectacle that has become frequently expected in arena shows. This may not have detracted from the experience for devoted fans, but it certainly made it more difficult for those who were not as familiar with Horan's entire discography to remain fully engaged throughout the performance. Nevertheless, because of this simplicity, the event was mainly dependent on Horan's vocal performance and contact with the audience. He was able to connect with the audience in a faultless manner at numerous points during the night, even going so far as to snap a photo with a bachelorette who was sitting in the front row wearing a dress very similar to a wedding dress. Niall Horan's performance at Laver Arena was a testament to his progress as an artist and his ability to captivate a venue with simply the force of his voice and his songs. This feat was accomplished despite the limits that were placed on the production of the show. By the time the event came to a close, Horan's hit single Slow Hands had fans yelling and cheering to the point that they dared to blow the roof off Laver. As a result, thousands of people went home in undeniable agreement that Niall had indeed brought and stolen the show in Melbourne that night.